Hey guys, my name is Tim Schmoyer and welcome to another Life in Student Ministry video post. Last week I made a post over at studentministry.org with an infographic from the church that I attend and serve with about what we mean by equipagration. What does that mean? And why do we value equipping parents and equipping the family and integrating them in all that we do? Equipagration, get it? So that infographic, you should definitely go check out. It talks a little bit more about that. But one of the things that my blog post discusses is like how where we invest our money, like what does that reflect what we actually truly value? And so if you think, you're going to have maybe a full-time youth worker, maybe a full-time children's ministry director, and then you have maybe two part-time admin staff. If you add up all the hours that they spend every year, you're paying them about $20 an hour. That is $125,000 a year that your budget is investing into approximately somewhere between 25 and 50 hours total an entire year that those people get to spend, that those kids are spending in that event or in that program or whatever. And so we at Red Door are thinking, like, what are some better ways that we could invest $120,000 into families? Is it hiring your staff? Is it adding more programs? And I took this question actually to a network of youth workers that I meet with every Wednesday morning here in the northern Kentucky, Cincinnati area, and asked them that. And we had a really great discussion. I thought I'd share some of my notes and what we talked about there. And we shared a lot of practical ways, different ideas. But what it all boiled down to was rather than spending $125,000 on personnel, staff, and then it'd be like you could get up to $250,000 pretty quickly if you incorporate like all the programming and the curriculum and the events and all the supplies and materials. That's a lot of money. So we said, what if instead, like, rather than being about like programs and events, like this actually has to be not about that. In order to invest this money into family, this has to be about getting into the family's homes. We started asking questions like, what have been the most influential things in our lives as youth workers that have really affected us and how we view family and for our own selves? And for us, we said, almost all of us said, it's actually because we spent time hanging out with another family and we saw what another dad did. We said, whoa, like there's something different right there. And I want that for my family. And it was just by seeing other families. It wasn't because we went to a great seminar or a great workshop or because we took like a video course at church, and there's nothing wrong with those things. Those definitely have their place. But the emphasis we saw in all of our lives was actually we were influenced just by spending time and hanging out with other families. So the discussion that we're having now is if we have this budget, how do we best spend it so that we can influence and change and help families? And if it's just by spending time with people, like, what does that mean? So that sounds really bad. I shouldn't be like, what does that mean? But you know what I'm saying, right? So this is a discussion that we are having, and I would love to hear from you guys in the comments below about if your church had $125,000 that, how could that money best be spent to influence family, like the family unit? I would love to hear you guys' ideas as we kind of talk about this more here in the Cincinnati area. Thanks for helping us out with your stories and everything. Subscribe if this is your first time here to the Student Ministry YouTube channel for more videos. Because actually, guys, even though like I have studentministry.org, like the YouTube channel is just way more quicker and easier for me to update. Doing videos like this, like to write this blog post, would have taken me way more longer than it would have anyway, just subscribe. I'll see you guys probably again next week, hopefully. Talk to you then. Bye.
Thanks for watching this video from Life in Student Ministry. Find us online at studentministry.org and facebook.com/studentministry.